And thank you. We a lot being talked about these days about, evidence-based HR, etc. When
Yep.
you start looking at that horizon of 5 years, and what are some of the key things that you look for and you feel HR departments should be looking for that give you those little checkpoints along the way to kind of look at, are we on the right track? Are we doing the right
Well,
sorts of things?
you've got to measure constantly. So, I mean, I've done a couple of speeches around evidence-based HR, and I show a strategy map. So we've articulated our people strategy over a 3 to 5 year period and its impact on all the core metrics that a business is using. So we want to get to over 10% margin. We want to grow EBITDA in all of our operating companies. So we've got very hard business metrics like we do. And I can map the 10 or 11 change projects that we're running and exactly how they have an impact on some of the people measures that we would like to see, how it affects behavior and engagement and things like that. I would then identify, accidents down, grievances and disciplines down, engagement scores up. What happens if we get that? So I can map the things that we're doing exactly as a system against the things that we have espoused as being our business objectives. But not many organizations do that. I've spent a lot of time talking to HR functions over my long career. And again, I say to them, I used to do this when I was consulting, go through with an HR leadership team, right? Let's look at all the things you're doing, right? And HR functions are always incredibly busy, always trying to do too much. And I said, nothing stays in the plan unless we can answer 3 questions. Why are we doing it? What difference is it going to make? And how do we measure it? And you can use those 3 questions to go, right, we've got 10 learning interventions. Why are we doing it? What difference is it going to make? And how are we going to measure it? And if we can't answer the question, it comes out the plan. Because in reality, you've got to do fewer things better. Rather than trying to do 100 things and do them poorly, I'm a great believer in do 10 things, really be clear about how you're going to measure it, be clear about the purpose of it, execute it well, and then measure that you're getting the outcomes. And actually, you'll get a fundamental shift in performance by managing that way.